How's it going, YouTube, and welcome back to some more Pokerogue. In today's video we're going to continue the run that we had begun a few videos ago. Hopefully we can continue with good progress here. We can get some nice items, maybe some better Pokemon as well. We are currently on floor 46 and I would love to try and get this Gyarados if I can. Obviously it's water flying, so if we went ahead and got something like grass, ice or rock, we might end up knocking it out. So I think we're going to leave our Azumarill out here and we're going to go ahead and just hit play rough. Or we are not, because we flinched through the waterfall. I am going to go with probably Aqua Tail here. Or not. Okay, Azumarill does get knocked out by the Gyarados there, so I am going to send out Pokerogue, but I think we are going to go with the likes of Drain Punch, just to get a little bit more HP down on the Gyarados. Does have an item, so we are going to Drain Punch again. The Waterfall does knock out the Pokerogue as well, so what we're going to do here is we'll send out Nidoqueen. If our Great Balls don't keep the Gyarados in check, and Nidoqueen does end up going a little bit too low, we'll go ahead and just leave the, obviously leave trying to catch it, but we do end up getting a Gyarados here. So we are going to go ahead and probably swap out the Mouse Hold, I think. Everything else I want to keep hold of. So we are going to swap the Mouse Hold out for a Gyarados, because I feel Gyarados is going to be a lot better in the team compared to the Mouse Hold. I was kind of hoping for a free revive here, so we're not going to worry about the revive side of things. Potioning and Nidoqueen, don't really need to worry about right now. I think we're going to go ahead and get the Pokeballs in that case. Tentacruel is an interesting Pokemon too. We don't actually obviously have a Tentacruel right now. And we get one shot from that Tentacruel, which is not ideal. This could be, unfortunately, the end of a run here. We'll go with Venoshock. Obviously it's not going to be very effective due to the Tentacruel also being a poison type Pokemon. We could try just capturing it, but it's not going to work out for us, unfortunately. So trying to get this Gyarados may have cost us this run, I'm afraid. That's not going to be ideal. Let's go with a Crunch. So we do get a nice chunk of HP off, but I don't think we are going to be able to do much more. No, okay. So we do end up going down in that run, so everything I said right at the beginning of this video has just gone completely out the window just because we wanted to try and get a Gyarados. But we'll start off a brand new game once again. And we will pretty much take the same sort of Pokemon, I think, that we took in the previous run, although we do actually have this Zapdos that we can take in. So I think we're going to go ahead and take Zapdos in, you know. I think this will be the play. IVs are fairly good for it. We are going to go ahead and add it to our party. It does mean that we still have a little bit of room to take something else with us as well. So I'm not sure what it is we want to take though. We do obviously have the Marini with OK IVs that we could take in. What else do we have that we could possibly take in? We could take in the Pokerogue, or the Pokerogue should I say. It's not got terrible IVs at all, and it is another decent Pokemon that we could take in with us. I think we're going to do that. We'll take in the Pokerogue for shiny, and we'll take the Zapdos in as our main Pokemon here. I think that is the play. We'll take those two. We could technically take a 1 cost as well, but I'm going to leave it at the 2 Pokemon of Zapdos and Pokerogue to begin this run. And if I'm honest, I'm quite glad that we can go ahead and start off with Zapdos. Obviously Peck, Focus Energy, Roost and Rock Smash are our moves. So I think we'll go ahead and hit the Rock Smash, and we'll just Peck to finish off the Rookie D here. We are going to take the Rare Candy and we will slap that onto Pokerogue, I think, for the time being. Pokerogue wants to learn Quick Attack, so we will get rid of Growl and add Quick Attack to our Pokerogue. Fidough could be a very nice Pokemon for us right now. We'll go ahead and Rock Smash, which isn't going to do too much damage, which is fine. But then we do end up getting rid of the Fidough, which would have been a nice Pokemon to have, but we end up knocking it out, unfortunately. Lillipup, I'm not too fussed on. I am going to keep the Zapdos out, however, and just continue with the Rock Smash, especially against the normal type Pokemon. Right here, the nugget would be nice to get some more money. Obviously, citrus berry would be nice to restore HP, but I am going to take the nugget. We do have another Abra, so as long as this doesn't end up... never mind. I was about to say, as long as it doesn't end up teleporting away, we'll capture it, but Zapdos does one-hit it there. We're going to take the Dire Hit as our item. Coming up against a Zachary, so definitely going to Rock Smash against the Sentret. And once again, Sentret comes out, so Rock Smash is definitely the way forward for us there. And we'll get through our first trainer battle unscathed. So I'm going to take the X Special Defense because we are coming up to the Ivy level, and I would like to try and get through that fairly swiftly if I possibly can. Definitely going to take the Great Ball actually here. I was contemplating on taking the move, the TM, but I just don't think it's going to be something that we need. Soul Dew increases the influence of a Pokemon's nature on its stats. I am definitely going to take the Soul Dew, and I'm going to put that onto our Zapdos. As long as it doesn't get stolen by any Pokemon, we should be fine. Ivy sends out even Tepig, which is obviously a fire type, which is weak against ground, rock, and water. We don't have any of those types of moves, but Zapdos can just peck it out of this particular battle. And next up we do have Tailo, so we're going to Rock Smash that, just to get through the first Ivy fight, plain and simple. I think Zapdos is going to be a very nice Pokemon for us to have. Obviously, fighting and flying in its current form, I guess you could say, is a little bit different to what I'm used to on a Zapdos. I'm going to take the Super Potion, I think, just to heal it up. But yeah, it's a little bit different to obviously the Zapdos that I would have been used to in terms of the Gen 1. I don't think I ever came across a Zapdos in the gen that this particular Pokemon is from. Can't remember what gen it was, but I just know for a fact that I didn't run across one. But I am going to take the Egg Voucher here just so we have the potential getting another nice Pokemon from that. And with this P-Dove, we are going to go ahead and Rock Smash. We haven't obviously gone ahead and caught any new Pokemon yet. There's only been like one or two that I'd really want, i.e. The Abra and maybe the Fido, but everything else, it was a bit like, not really too fussed about that. But we are now onto the plains, and we are going to probably come across a lot of normal type Pokemon once again. So I think Zapdos is going to be very handy in this situation. Light Screen. Do I want to put Light Screen up? I think I would, especially against the likes of Ivy. So I think we get rid of Focus Energy and we'll add Light Screen to the mix. I think it'll be a nice situation or a nice move to have in trainer fights for sure. But at the moment, we're pretty much just going to try and get through as many levels as we can. We'll take the Citrus Berry too for our Zapdos. Now, Primeape does come in for this fight, which means that we could probably go with a Drain Punch on Lechonk, just to get rid of both of these two Pokemon, because they are both normals, and both of our Pokemon have fighting type moves. Lechonk doesn't quite go down off the Drain Punch from Primeape, but it will go down from the Rock Smash that Zapdos has in its arsenal. Another Egg Voucher, we will take those for sure. Have a Ditto here, we will definitely Rock Smash that before it can go ahead and transform. We could have obviously caught the Ditto there, but I just don't feel like it's necessarily needed right now. But Charge is a move that we are not going to teach our Primeape, and our Rare Egg even is... Ooh, that's actually a really nice Pokemon to see. Some additions to the stats for sure. Obviously attack and max HP stay the same, as well as speed, but speed was quite good anyway. Everything else has gone up, which is always lovely to see. I will definitely take that EV. Didn't see its egg move, unfortunately. We will take the X speed here. Yeah, we didn't see the egg move because I kind of skipped through that a little bit too quickly. But the Eevee is definitely nice, especially if we can run into grabbing some of the stones that allow us to obviously evolve the Eevee. We'll take the Nugget here. Mankey would be a really nice Pokemon to get, I'm not going to lie. I know that will mean a lot of our Pokemon will be fighting type at the moment, or have some sort of fighting type moves, but I do need another Pokemon, and I don't think we've got a Mankey in our starters. Right here, we'll take a potion, chuck that on the Mankey, considering it is fairly low. in its health points from its fight with our Zapdos, and Zapdos can get through Zigzagoon very easily there as well. We did use a couple of Pokeballs on Mankey there, but I think we are more interested in keeping our Pokemon healthy, so Zapdos can have a potion as well. And we are slowly but surely getting up to floor 20, which would be lovely to get through. I'm going to take the Citrus Berry again for Zapdos here, and then we can just Rock Smash through the Bidoof. Alrighty, so we have Ether, Pokeball, and Scary Face. I'm going to take the Ether on Zapdos for the Rock Smash, because we have been using that quite a lot. And lo and behold, we get a normal type Pokemon again for our boss, so we can just Rock Smash our way through that as well. So, what is our next location? Grassy Fields. Okay, so we could potentially look to try and catch a few Pokemon here. Obviously, grass type Pokemon are weak against flying, so we want to try and keep the flying moves out if we can. Rock Smash isn't going to knock out the Fungoose very quickly, which is fine, which does mean we'll have the opportunity to go ahead and capture another Pokemon. IVs didn't look amazing there, the speed looked fairly slow, but regardless of that, everything looks fairly nice. We will probably take this Pluck over the Peck if I'm honest, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure it has to consume a berry in order to use it, if I read that correctly. So we do want to continuously put in berries onto our Zapdos for sure. Shroomish, let me just have a look at Pluck. Okay, so it doesn't actually consume berries. I swear I read something about berries there, but I could have been wrong. Mankey wants to learn Seismic Toss. I will definitely take that for sure. I think we take over Fury Swipes, maybe? Yeah, we'll take over Fury Swipes. Potion, X Defense, or Pokeball. We'll take the X Defense here because we are coming up against another Ivy fight very, very soon. And Zapdos does get through another Young Goose there. Memory Mushroom, not too fussed on, so we'll take the Pokeballs here. We're not going to swap out the Zapdos. Do we want to swap into the Mankey? Probably not. So we'll Pluck on one, and I think we may go for... yeah, we'll go on Ice Punch for the other. We should be able to get through this fairly swiftly if we go ahead and knock out this other Shroomish here. That wasn't... I swear I didn't actually select... oh, I did select Thundershock. Okay, I thought I selected Ice Punch, so that is my bad. But we get through it regardless, so we will take that success. And now, definitely going to take Dire Hit. But now we are up against Ivy on floor 25. So we have, obviously, a Fighting plus Fire type here. So we're going to go ahead and hit Light Screen first. Then we will hit a Rock Smash. Citrus Berry comes in clutch right there. Do knock out the Tailo quite easily. Next up is an Alomaloma, or however you want to pronounce this Pokemon's name. Obviously, Electric and Grass is what it is weak against. So I think we will go with our Pluck here, just to get rid of that Pokemon, and we just have one Pokemon left to worry about. Pretty sure Light Screen is almost going to run out, but I am going to take the Nuzzle over our Quick Attack here, and then hopefully we should be able to get rid of this Pignite. So I think, I'm just trying to think, obviously Rock Smash isn't going to do a lot for us, but super effective flying type move because it is part fighting, so that is a lovely quick win over Ivy there. Honestly, I didn't even think we were going to get through that fight as quickly as we did. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a struggle, but regardless, we got through the fight, managed to get through floor 25 with relative ease, so that's nice to see. Just have to see what we get as our items here. So we've got Eerie Impulse, even Nugget, and PP up. So I think we'll take the Nugget for a bit more money here. I'm trying to stay away from using too many too many like purchasable items, especially now that we have Zapdos that can probably do a lot of work for us in the department of keeping we'll take that on Mankey, but like keeping us moving in this particular run. I'm going to take away Covid. I don't really need Mankey stealing items, if I'm honest. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this Fungus too. But yeah, this Zapdos is going to be a very big find for us in terms of just being able to get through runs. Hurricane, I believe, is a flying type move, so I think we'll definitely take this on the Zapdos. I don't think I'm going to keep Roost. I know it heals the user to half of his max HP, but I think Hurricane's going to be more rewarding for us. And obviously, if we end up using Roost even, I think our Zapdos goes asleep for it. So we'll take Hurricane instead, because otherwise we have to wait for Zapdos to wake up, and it's just going to be a little bit of a nightmare to get through that like situation. Let's do this and Ice Punch as the two moves. Hopefully get through this double battle fairly swiftly. Razor Leaf doesn't do a lot, but it does against the Pokerogue. We are going to go ahead even and Pluck, and we will also Ice Punch. Not that we're going to need to Ice Punch. Pokerogue is very low, but I'm hoping we can get through the next boss fairly easily, and we can just heal Pokerogue up that way. We are going to take Dig, probably take Dig over the Nuzzle here. I know Nuzzle always gives us the paralysis, but the Thunder Shock is going to be a better move overall for us. We could actually take Swift here, but I think we take the Super Potion and just chuck that on Zapdos just to fully heal this up. We're not going to swap out our Pokemon. We'll just go ahead and Pluck to get through the Fungus here. And then we are going to be on the next boss. Fungus wants to learn Synthesis. I don't actually know what that does. User restores its own HP. The amount of HP gained varies with the weather. Interesting. I think we will take that over Growth, actually, just so we have something that might keep the Fungus alive if we keep hold of the Pokemon for the whole run. And we are going to take a Rare Candy and chuck that onto our Pokerogue here. I would love to get an Annihilate from the Mankey, but we'll have to wait and see how things go. So we have Gym Leader Erika here. I think she is a Grass type leader, which means that our Zapdos should be able to get through this fairly swiftly and easily. We went into a Rock Smash there, not expecting the swap, but that is what it is. Let's try for a Hurricane again. Lovely jubbly, get through the Vileplume fairly easily, meaning Zapdos is now at the max level. So all of our other Pokemon should now get a decent amount of the XP. Mankey, do we want to go ahead and use Swagger? No, is the answer to that. I don't want to be raising any of our opponent's Pokemon's HP. We do want Hurricane to hit, but we are missing quite a few. So I think we will go back for a Pluck here, just to guarantee the hit, because I think Pluck is like a 100% accuracy. But Pokerogue is evolving, meaning we now have a Pokerogue. So that is a nice thing to see. Not that we're actually using our Pokerogue that much at the moment. Zapdos is doing a lot of the work for us currently, but it'll probably be our second Pokemon that we end up using. But we do get through Tangela very quickly and very swiftly there, meaning I do believe that is the end of this Gym Leader fight, meaning we get another egg voucher. So we have 3 egg vouchers now to go ahead and use in the egg gacha, so I'm going to go ahead and pull those in a second. We are onto bug type Pokemon, which again are weak against our Zapdos because it is a flying fighting. But I think what we're going to do here is we're going to put 2. I actually thought we only had 3 of the vouchers, but we actually have 4. I'm going to put 2 into the legendary machine and 2 into the shiny machine. I haven't even touched the far left machine, so I don't really know what that one entails and what it has in it. If any of you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below. That'd be greatly appreciative. But we'll go ahead and put 2 into the shiny up machine here. We have got 1 rare so far out of the legendary machine, but everything else has been common so far, but it is a single pull. Okay, so 3 commons and a single rare as our egg pulls. But regardless of that, We are going fairly well in this run. We're almost pretty much back to where we were originally, which is always nice to see. I kind of want to take the Pokeballs here. We'll go ahead and just hit Pluck. Is it Pluck? Pleck? Whatever it is. I can't remember what the move's called now. I've been using it so much. We'll definitely take the Bite here for... Actually, will we take the Bite? Because it is good against Ghost and Psychic, and at the moment we haven't really got to any flaws with Ghost and Psychic there. So I don't think we necessarily need to. We do have fighting type moves on our Zapdos, so we could kind of take Drain Punch out, considering we're not really using our Pawmo right now, and I think that's what we're going to do. Because if we do come up against anything that's Ghost and Psychic, it will be nice to be able to use... Ghost and Psychic. It will be nice to use them. We will definitely take those egg vouchers for sure. Kricketune might be an interesting Pokemon to try and catch, just to have something else in the team. So I am going to go ahead and try and catch this Pokemon. There we go, lovely. Kricketune has been added for us. Again, didn't really look at the IVs. I should have looked at the IVs, but I didn't. That is my bad. But we do have Ancient Power here. Light Screen is so good for trainer battles, but then I don't know how many trainers are going to use special attacks against us. If we take the Rock move, it's good against Bug, Flying, Fire, and Ice. So I think we will take that over Light Screen for the time being anyway. Right here, we're at 33. Scarf Berry sharply raises a random stat if HP is below 25%. I think we take the X Special Defense here. Come up against a Kricketune. Is this going to be good against it? I just want to see what our Ancient Power is like. It's not too bad. It's not amazing, but it's not too bad. Obviously, it's not something that we're going to be using a lot, but it's a fairly decent move to have in our arsenal just in case we do need to end up using it. But all of our Pokemon here are getting up to level 20. Do we want Clear Smog? The user attacks a target by throwing a club of special mud. All stat changes are returned to normal. Okay, that could be interesting, but then what do we take out? Obviously, Stun Spore is quite nice to paralyze. Mega Drain is obviously a healing type move. I'm not even too sure if we're going to be keeping this Pokemon in our party moving forward. But I think we are going to take it over... We'll take it over Synthesis, I think. Considering we're not sure if we're going to be keeping some of these Pokemon in our party at this present moment in time, we may as well go ahead and just change up a few moves in case we do end up using them. But we are against Team Rocket in this run, and they do have quite a few normal type Pokemon, if memory serves. Not very effective in terms of the attack that the Tauros came out and used against our Zapdos there, meaning Zapdos does make short work of the Tauros. But everything else is leveling up to 21, bar the Kricketune, which is now 23. We do now have a Beedrill, which we are going to go ahead and pluck to knock out. And we are making good progress right here with Zapdos and co. We're almost actually at the floor that we ended up losing on in the previous run, so we can't really complain in regards to that. I do kind of want Cross Chop, you know. Cross Chop over maybe Low Kick? Or do we take it off of... we'll take off Focus Energy, actually. Low Kick can be quite good, obviously depending on the weight of the Pokemon. But that was a very quick fight against Team Rocket right there. Silver Powered increases the power of Pokemon's Bug-type moves for 20%. We do actually have a Bug-type Pokemon in Kricketune, so we will hand that to Kricketune there. Bayleaf could be such a nice Pokemon for us to grab here. We do have an Ice-type move on Pawmo that we can probably hit there. So if we get rid of Steenie and then go Ice Punch onto Bayleaf and hope it doesn't get knocked out, it might end up going down because it is a super effective move, but we will see. Do we want to learn or take Spark is the question. Yeah, we'll take that over Thundershock for sure. Okay, so let's see if this Bayleaf goes down. It doesn't. That will be a nice Pokemon to get if we can catch it here. Please stay in the Pokeball. Thank you. Okay, Bayleaf is a nice Pokemon. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. It's like, oh, Bayleaf's going to be such a nice Pokemon for us to grab. And then I saw the IVs. Not the greatest IVs, unfortunately, but it is what it is. We will take it for the time being. We have Brick Break, which is 75-100 compared to 40-100 Rock Smash. So we will definitely take Brick Break on our Zapdos. Oh, hello. Lock Capsule. A Lock Capsule is going to be really nice if we start re-rolling. I am going to take the Lock Capsule for sure. Oh, Low Kicks. Oh, this Pokemon would be nice to have as well. Maybe Brick... No, I was about to say maybe Brick Break, but that just knocked out straight off the bat even, so that's a little bit unfortunate. We still haven't got a full party of Pokemon right now, which is quite funny to me. Normally right now we'd have like a full party of Pokemon. User whirls its fist to send a wave of pure vacuum at the target. This move always goes first. Ooh, I think we'll take that, and we will chuck that on our Mankey. We won't get rid of Fire Punch. I'm kind of tempted to either go for Cross Chop, although Cross Chop's going to be quite nice to have. I think Low Kick's got to go here. I think we take Vacuum Wave over Low Kick. If that's a mistake, hopefully we can find a Memory Mushroom. And I've just remembered we actually have some more tokens to take from the egg machines. So we're going to go ahead for the legendary one again, see if we can get any more legendary type Pokemon. Or legendary Pokemon in general, not type Pokemon, obviously. So that's 4 out of 4 commons, and unfortunately that is 5 out of 5 commons, so no luck on those pulls right there. That is a little unfortunate, but we will take what we are given for the time being, and we are quite happy with the Zapdos, especially the work it's currently putting in for us right now. Sweet Scent, I can't actually remember what this does. Lowers the evasiveness, but then there's not really anything I'd swap for it, so I will keep hold of the moves it's already got. Oh, yes. Ninjask is an interesting Pokemon here. Get rid of that very, very quickly, though. It was a Pokemon that I was contemplating in my head, like, do I take it, do I not take it? Do I want to have it, don't I want to have it? Like, it would be a nice Pokemon to have, don't get me wrong. But we do already have a Bug-type Pokemon in Kricketune. I'm going to get rid of Sing. I know Sing puts things to sleep and that will make it easier to catch, but I just think it's going to be easier for us to go ahead and, excuse me, not take it. But we do have a Blossom here. We are going to go ahead and Pluck as our move, and it insta-KOs, which is lovely to see. Some of these Pokemon, I am a bit like, oh, I wish I didn't knock that out. But at the same time, I'm like, we are kind of hoping to get some decent Pokemon further in the run here. We are back up to floor 41 now. We just got through 40. Ooh, Indeedee a nice Pokemon to see, and it's got fairly good IVs. And we have Expanding Force as the Egg-type move. Next up is a new Cyndaquil. Does add stats to basically everything there, so we cannot complain about that one. Fiery Dance with the Egg move. And next up we do have another Blipbug. We've had quite a few of these already. Doesn't change any of the IVs on the Blipbug. Heal Order. In fact, do we have Blipbug, or am I thinking of a different account? I might be thinking of a different account, I don't know. But Heal Order is the Egg move right there. And we are through floor 40 in a brand new run, so we will definitely take that. We are now up against Pokemon in the forest, so we do have obviously normal type moves and poison type moves. So obviously normal's good, weak against fighting, should I say. Poison is weak against ground and psychic. So I think we'll be okay for the time being. Bayleaf wants to learn Leech Seed. I will definitely give you Leech Seeds. I kind of want to keep hold of everything but Synthesis here. Do have a Downpour going on. We are going to take a Rare Candy. And I'm going to start putting my Rare Candies, I think, on Mankey, because I would love to get an Annihilate, like, as soon as possible. Do we want to take Assurance? If the target has already made taken some damage in the same turn, this attack is doubled. Ooh, not too bad, and we do have quite a few moves here that are fighting, so a Dark type move wouldn't be too bad to take. I'm kind of tempted to take off Seismic Toss, because obviously Vacuum Wave is guaranteed to go first. But Seismic Toss, this is quite difficult. Like, Cross Chop will be very nice to have, because it's a double chop, and it lands crits more easily. I think we keep actually no, we'll get rid of Vacuum Wave. Its power isn't like great. I think we get rid of that for Assurance. We have another Shroodle here, so we'll just go ahead and hit a Brick Break to get through that fairly quickly. We're probably going to try and get to, say, floor 45-50 in today's video. I'll take the Lumberry on the Zapdos here. Deerling is the next Pokemon up. Another Brick Break can come out just to get rid of the Deerling fairly swiftly. Thunder Wave I think is the one that just paralyzes targets, so we are not going to take the Thunder Wave. As nice as it would be to use it to like capture Pokemon, don't think we're going to be doing that. Giga Drain is huge. A lot of our Pokemon can actually learn this as well. What am I going to use more though? Probably, like, I want to keep the Bayleaf for now, but do I want to take Giga Drain is the question, because I think Bayleaf gets swapped out fairly quickly because of its IVs, so I think I just take the Pokeballs. Spidops, we will just go ahead and hit a Flying type move on you. It looks like such a strange Pokemon, especially from that sprite, but regardless, we're just going to get rid of it. Everything gaining levels here, which is lovely to see. Don't need a Memory Mushroom. I am going to take the berry onto Zapdos here. So Beautifly is next up on the list. Again, just going to go ahead and peck that out of existence. Getting our Zapdos. Oh, Drill Peck. Ooh. Drill Peck over Pluck for sure. Definitely want to take the Drill Peck there. Huge, huge move to have. Continuing to Downpour, we'll take the X special attack there, especially now that we're up against a Pokemon Ranger. So what do you have? First up is a Bibarel. We will Drill Peck. Could have just gone into a fighting type move, but Drill Peck I felt like would be a nice move to have, and then we will Brick Break, which was a very good move to have, considering Lanoon was the next Pokemon to come out there. So we'll definitely take a super effective move straight off the bat, and Mankey is finally evolving into a Primeape. Now I don't know if Primeape just evolves into Annihilate on its own, or whether you've got to use a certain stone. We will actually take Giga Drain on the Young Goose here, I think, and we'll take it over Mega Drain. So I'm quite glad I didn't actually take Giga Drain when I had the opportunity to, especially on that particular Pokemon. So we'll go with Brick Break just to get rid of the Barrel here, and we get through that particular fight very, very swiftly. And we are past where we kind of ended off the previous run at the start of the video. Obviously, we decided that we wanted to try and catch the Gyarados, got the Gyarados, and that ended up kind of costing us when we came up against Tentacruel after that. But we are making a good chunk of progress here. We have a decent amount of money already. I think I'm going to take the rare candy as I have been for Primeape, or I have started to for Primeape. Do I want to take Thrash for him? Probably. Ooh. Probably not, because the user does become confused after it, and it's a normal type move, so it's not necessarily super effective against anything. I think we're quite happy with what we've got for now on our Primeape. Vespiquen, we will just go ahead and Drill Peck that to get out of that side of things. We're probably going to go to floor 50 in this run today, on this video at least, and then we can continue that in the next video, because we are over the 30-minute mark, but I'm going to try and keep them between 30 and 45 minutes. But we have some eggs hatching here, so first and foremost we have a Barboach. Ivies aren't terrible, and we have a Zing Zap as its egg type move. Next up, we have a Oddish. Excuse me, those IVs aren't too bad either. Sludge Bomb is a fairly nice egg move to have. Next up, we do have a Bomberda. Again, not a bad Pokemon to have. IV on speed could be a little bit better. Sword Dance is a nice egg move to have again. Next up, we do have a Mantike. The attack could be a little bit better on those IVs, but everything else is fairly nice. And we have Nasty Plot as the egg move. And last but not least, we have a Glameow with not great IVs, but a U-turn as its IV move. So Electro Ball could be really nice to have actually on the Pormo here. So we will probably use a Hose and Electric Orb. The faster the use is than the target, the greater the move's power. I'm going to take it over Spark. Might be a bad move because obviously Spark is guaranteed to be 65, but if our Pokemon is faster, then happy days. Right here, I'm going to go with Brick Break to get rid of the low kicks. Again, it would have been a nice Pokemon to take. We would have probably taken it over the Bayleaf that we've got, but it is what it is. So we could go ahead and re-roll here to see if we can get anything other than the big nugget. I am going to go so. I'd go and do it. We could have locked rare. Okay, we should have locked rarities. That was my bad. Should have locked rarities before we did it, but never mind. Oh, a Grassy, or however you want to pronounce its name. Wouldn't be a bad Pokemon to get. So I am going to swap out into Pormo here and just see. I was about to say, just see if we can do a little bit of damage. Maybe one more Electro Ball? Yeah, lovely. Obviously, Pormo is very low right now, but that's fine. Okay, not great IVs. It's a new starter, but it's not great IVs, so I'm not putting that into our party, unfortunately. An IV scanner would be lovely to see. We're not going to take Slam, and our Pormo is now evolving as well, so we will have a Pormo. So we are doing okay in terms of getting through things. Do I want Revival Blessings? I might actually take it this run, you know, because it's not actually our main Pokemon, but then it gets a 1 out of 1 use, so it's like a 1 floor, like a 1 stage use, I suppose. But then everything else is just so good in coverage wise against other Pokemon that I just don't see any need to take it right now. We are just about to fight the boss for this particular stage. Obviously, Pormo does get knocked out by poison in there, which is unfortunate, but once we hopefully get through, I was about to say, once we get through, we could revive it anyway, but we get a max revive for the Pormo regardless. Okay, our game has decided, I don't know what our game was, oh, okay, we were a little bit too quick. In fact, no, it was telling us we had to swap because obviously the Pormo got knocked out, then got max revived. Okay, I was a bit confused there. I was like, what's going on here? But it is what it is. We'll Drill Peck to get through this particular stage because we have left the Wormadam on literally next to, in fact, we've left it on such a low amount of health. That's a bit more like the IVs that I'd love to see. And we have some Psychic type moves here, so Bayleaf, see you later. You are not going to be in the party anymore. Your IVs are just a little too bad for my liking. We do get everything healed up, and that is going to finish off this run for today. So we are now in the meadow when we get back into this run in the next video. But let's go ahead and save and quit here. There we go, that's better. I don't know whether I pressed B a little bit too quickly, or circle even on my controller. But regardless, guys, that is going to do it for this particular video here on Pokerogue. Unfortunately, we ended up losing the run that we were on in the previous video, in the start of this video, but we've made up for it with Zapdos and Co. going further than we got in that particular run. We have a couple of nice items. Some of our Pokemon are quite nice in the IV stat. I do have quite a few similar typings on my Pokemon, so once we start seeing other Pokemon, for example, we've just run into a fairy Pokemon, we'll start chopping and changing the team to try and get a little bit more coverage over everything else. But regardless, I'm quite happy with how this round has gone, especially using our new legendary in the form of Zapdos. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like rating and subscribe to the channel for more content from myself. I'll leave links to my social media in the description down below, alongside the other channels I do have here on YouTube. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.